In this video, we're going to talk about SimCenter Test Lab test sequencing. It's part of the environmental product line that does vibration control tests. I can go in here and just start up test sequencing. And what test sequencing allows me to do is run multiple different types of vibration control tests sequentially on the same product. So for example, maybe I first need to subject my test object to some random vibration. So I might pick a project file that already has the random profile defined, has a section in here. I want the result to be called random, so I can add that here. And then I say edit sequence, insert after. And now the first job it'll run is a random control test using this project. Next, that product needs to be subjected to some sinusoidal signals. So I'll pick sine control here, and I'll grab a different project that's already set up. Now, it could have been the same project just with a different section if I wanted, but in this case I have a different project, and then I'll say edit sequence, insert after. And so after the random control test is run, next a sine control test will be run on the same object. And then lastly, I could maybe do something like run some other kind of application. In this case, I got a little script. It lets me know that the test is done, so I'll hit insert after here. And it also sends a text message to the operator to let them know the test is done so they can fire up the next project. So I got two tests I'm running, and I have a third-party application. This could also be starting up a climatic control system in one of the test rigs, things like that. When I have a series of tests I'd like to run, I would like to recall it easily later. Under File here, I can say Save Job File As and store it under a name. And now I can start the test. You can see here what's happening. It's opening the test lab project and software, starting that section, recalled the last inverse transfer function for the drive control, the initial status of it. And now it's going to start running the test. It's armed itself. The measurement is started and the test is running. I can actually see that it opened the software in the background, so I can look at that if I'd like. And I can see the random profile that's running. I don't have to look at the actual test while it's running though. I can just look at the test sequence program. And in fact, I can say always on top so that this is always on top and I don't see the test running in the background. After it's done running the random test, next will come the sine test. The random test has come to an end, and now it's going to automatically switch from random to sine, and it's going to start a sine control test. You can see that it started the software, and now it's doing the loading the sine project. It automatically loads the last inverse transfer function, and now it's going to start the sine test. I don't necessarily need to see this. I could have the test sequencing program on top, but now I can see my sine test in progress, and it's running. And you can see here it came up, test is finished. Notification text was sent off to the operator so that he come back now that this series of tests has been run, review the data, and then set up maybe the next test. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed learning about test sequencing.